No intro music this time. No introduction, no jokes, just frustration. Just truth. The NBA is rigged. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it bad luck, you can call it lottery odds, or that's just how the ball bounces. Don't give me that. Do not give me that. But when the Utah Jazz fell to the 5th pick tonight, and the team with a 1.8% chance lands at number 1, I'm calling it what it is. It's rigged. Let's break this down. The Jazz, Hornets, and Wizards, the 3 teams with the best odds, didn't even land in the top 3. Didn't even come close to sniffing it. In their place, Dallas, San Antonio, Philadelphia. And then you get Charlotte. Let's start with Dallas. They traded Luka to the Lakers this year. Widely panned as the worst trade in the history of the NBA. Dallas Mavericks fans calling for the head of their GM. And kind of rightfully so, calling him the worst GM in the history of the NBA. I mean, there's a couple of guys that in Charlotte that could probably argue. Kevin O'Connor from the Jazz might, have a stake in that conversation, but I digress. This is a bailout. It's not a coincidence. It's the NBA coming to the rescue of a franchise in a large market. The NBA gave Dallas the top pick not for their future, but to keep their fans from boycotting the NBA, from burning the place down. They just handed a golden ticket to a dysfunctional front office. Then there's San Antonio, 2 years removed from having the number 1 overall pick. Now they get number 2. Feels like a parting gift for Greg Popovich. I respect the guy. Hall of Fame coach, helped bring gold medals back in the Olympics. But if this were truly random, the odds of this happening are astronomical. And then Philadelphia at number 3? You got to be kidding me. You remember them? Trust the process? That's the blueprint for tanking. They're the ones who designed the whole thing, and the NBA continues to reward them for that. That franchise has been gifted pick after pick after pick while giving fans mediocrity, injuries, and excuses. And yet here we are. The NBA rewarding them yet again. Why? Another big market. Charlotte, they've never been relevant, no matter what the NBA tries to do. Anybody remember Adam Morrison? That's still Michael Jordan's former franchise. It's a built-in legacy media story. Can this franchise rise from the ashes after being run by the NBA's greatest ever player? That's low-hanging fruit. That is so easy. So where does this leave Utah? Sitting at number 5. The worst possible outcome for the Jazz happened. A well-run franchise. Hardly any scandal. No corruption. Barely any time stars demand trades. Even if you go back to Gobert and Mitchell, neither of them came out and demanded a trade publicly. The players did it the right way. They went to the front office and said, this relationship is broken. The front office agreed and shipped them both out. The Jazz get punished because they're not flashy. Because they're not a storyline. Air quotes. Let's talk market size. This lottery result is the NBA raising a giant middle finger to small markets like Salt Lake, Portland, New Orleans. Guess what, guys? We don't matter. That's the message. And before anyone says, Matt, it's just bad luck, ask yourself, is it? Is it always just bad luck when it benefits the big markets, historic franchises, or even narrative-driven storylines? Is that just bad luck? Is the chilled envelope bad luck? Is LeBron landing in his hometown team good luck? Oh, this isn't new. And I just said why. The Knicks and Patrick Ewing. LeBron to Cleveland. Even Wemby to the Spurs. Every time there's a generational talent, the destination always seems to magically make sense. Funny how that works. Meanwhile, for the first time in its history, the Jazz lost more than 60 games, were the worst record in the NBA. That's the first time in the franchise's history, dating back to their time in New Orleans. This is the highest, by the way, lottery result for Utah in its franchise's history. Number 5. That's the ceiling. Apparently. That's what Adam Silver has said. This is the ceiling for a franchise that is run the right way. This is ridiculous. Even now, the player that they'll get at number 5 is going to be decent. It's not going to help the Jazz win games. They're not. Franchise-altering players, and I've said this since I've started my podcast, franchise-altering players in the NBA draft are only in the top 3. Outside of that, you are getting odds that are rarer than winning the lottery ticket. You have better odds of getting struck by lightning twice than you do of landing a franchise-altering star outside of the top 3 of the NBA draft. Now the Jazz have to give up a king's ransom to trade up. And let's be honest, the only trade that's going to happen at number 1 is the Dallas Mavericks sending it to Milwaukee for Giannis. And even then, that probably won't happen because Giannis is older than Cooper Flagg, duh, but he also costs more. And the return on investment is less than if they just keep Cooper Flagg. Even NBA players are calling this whole entire sham out. LeBron tweeted out laughing emojis when it was announced. Kevin Love, one of the most well-respected guys in the NBA, he is known as an NBA good guy, is saying the NBA isn't even trying to hide it anymore. These aren't fans like me with tinfoil hats in the conspiracy bunker. These are players who've seen behind the curtain. Fans aren't stupid either. We see the patterns. And this isn't a pattern. This isn't trying to connect the dots. This isn't that Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme where you've got the strings pointing to different news articles. This is a straight line. It's a rigged machine. And if you're in a small market, you're a placeholder. You're AAA. You're a pawn to fill in the standings until the league's chosen darlings get their moment. So what now? As a Jazz fan, I'll still watch the team. I'll still cover the team. But the NBA as a whole, the league, I'm done pretending it's fair. I'm done pretending this is all just chance. Done pretending that we're not being played. Unless the league goes full transparency, cameras, no edits, real accountability, I'm going to keep calling this what it is. It's a sham. So to the NBA, you can try to spin this any way you want, Adam Silver. But the fans, we're watching. We're done being quiet. Thank you all for listening. This has been the Matt Cave. No happy ending today, just the truth.